Hello again. So welcome back for another session in week 7. So we're now on to session 2 of this penultimate week. So we are so nearly there now. You're doing really well. Keep going. You did really well on that session 1 of this week. So now let's just get another 2 good sessions done, and then that'll bring us nicely into our final week, where we will end with that 30-minute continuous run, which is what we've been aiming to do for the last few weeks. So if you haven't already, please start walking at a nice slow pace. This is just your warm-up. Just gradually going to be increasing the pace from your walk. So starting off at a nice slow walking pace, and then we're just going to be gradually easing it up to a more of a brisk walk towards the end of the 4th minute, and then we'll just drop the pace down for the last minute as we make our way down to the start to start the pyramid session. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're on to the pyramid. So we're going to be making our way all the way up to 6 minutes, but because of the time, we are going to be dropping the 2-minute repetitions on the way up. So we go 1 minute, 3 minutes, 4 minute, 5 minute, 6 minute, 5 minute, 4 minute, 3 minute, and then 1 minute. Okay, so don't forget that we're going to go straight to 3 minutes from the 1 minute. So it's not a mistake. It's done intentionally because next week we're going to be pushing you a bit further, and we're going to be doing a 2 to 6 minute pyramid. So that is the plan. As always, we are increasing the time of the running and decreasing the time of the walking. So that is how we are going to get to where we need to get to. So we're also going to have just a 30-second recovery, so it's not long. It's exactly what we had last week when we did that in week 6. So I know that it went very quickly last week, but the whole intention is it's just a little recovery just to get yourself prepared for the next rep, and then as we go through, then you'll be ready to start that 30-minute continuous run in the final session without having any of those breaks. So well done so far. After this session, we've got one more session to go, which will be our continuous steady run, which will be making our way up to 27 minutes. So we're nearly at that end goal of the 30 minutes, just 3 minutes short of that session 3 of this week compared to next week. So just keep going with the program. Right, so we're halfway through this warm-up now, so let's start to increase the pace a little bit more now. We're nearly there. Please like and share my Facebook page and my Instagram, and let anyone know as well that who you think would be interested to do this program. If you know anyone that's tried to get into running before but hasn't quite made it, or they're completely new and it's just something that they've always wanted to do but they've always been a bit wary about getting into it, please let them know about this program. As you know, it starts off really gradually, really small amounts of running to begin with lots of recovery, and then as we go through these weeks, it's such a gradual increase that before you know it, you're up to where we are up to today, which has been able to run for a long period of time with hardly any recovery. So please let them know how well you've done, just to give them some motivation and some inspiration so that they are able to do it as well. So keep going. We're nearly at the 4th minute mark now. So just a final few seconds, then we're going to start to decrease that pace, and then we'll get ready for the session today. Okay, so let's just look at what we're doing. So let's just try and hold a steady pace on these repetitions. Please don't be tempted to go off too fast on these shorter repetitions. I know that it doesn't seem as daunting as it used to do when you first started this program doing the shorter repetition work, so you might be tempted to go off a bit harder, but please bear in mind that we are only having a 30-second recovery in between these, so it's not a lot of time to recover. So just to hold a steady pace the whole way through this session. So we're nearly there now. We've just got another 30 seconds before we get going, so come on, just keep going, and we'll make a start shortly. So get ready, slow it down, deep breaths. Remember, I'm with you that every step of the way, so I'll be pushing you as we go. Don't worry about the time as well. I'll be looking into that and letting you know how much time is left. All right, 15 seconds. Are we ready? In 10, 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, off you go. Oh, off we go then. So this is our pyramid session, remember? So we're doing 1 minute first of all, then we're skipping out 2 minutes. So we're going straight to 3 minutes for the next repetition, then 4, 5, 6, then back down, 5, 4, 3, and then 1. So come on, let's hold this minute. It starts off nice and easy with this pyramid session. And then as the reps go on, it gets longer. And then comes back down again in the second half. Halfway, 30 seconds. Let's try and keep the pace fairly steady. Let's not go off too hard for these shorter repetitions. The whole purpose of this program is just holding a steady pace of running. 15 seconds to go. We're nearly there. 10. Right, we're nearly there. Come on, 5 seconds to go. Remember, we'll only get a 30-second recovery in between. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so just slow it down. Just for 30 seconds. It's not long. Just to give yourself a few short breaks in between these repetitions. Okay, we're coming up soon. We've got another 15 seconds to go. Get ready in 10. So this will be the 3-minute repetition, forgetting the 2 minutes on this pyramid. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Okay, so let's just hold that steady pace for 3 minutes. So the reason that we've missed out 2 minutes on this pyramid session is because I wanted the duration of the time to be around about 32 minutes. So I didn't want the time to go too far over by adding the 2 extra 2-minute repetitions, because that's going to be a little bit longer than planned for the progression of the session. So that's why we've skipped out the 2 minutes on this, and then added that 6 minutes in the middle from last week. So that's the reason behind it. We're just gradually increasing the amount of time running, decreasing the amount of time walking, until we've got to our end goal of doing that 30 minutes of continuous running without any breaks. So today we're doing 32 minutes of running, 4 minutes in total of walking, and then plus our warm up and cool down, 5 minutes each. That brings us to 46 minutes of everything all together. Come on, keep it going. Great work. So we're halfway, we've got a minute and a half to go now. Hold this pace for a little bit longer. And then we'll just have that very short recovery again coming in soon. So it's a minute to go now. Then we're building up the pyramid. I'm going to add an extra minute on, so 4 minutes in the next rep. That's it, just keep it nice and relaxed. Hold that steady pace. Remember, these recoveries are so short. You're not going to be able to recover if you take these too fast. So just try and keep it a nice steady pace. 30 seconds to go now. We're nearly there. Just 15 seconds. And then we'll slow it down for 30, just for that walk, just to catch your breath very quickly. And then we'll start that 4-minute repetition. 5 seconds. Come on, keep going. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Hey, walk it out for that 30 seconds. Adding an extra minute. Gradually making our way up the pyramid. 15 seconds. Just use this time as much as you possibly can, just to get your breath back, give you those short recoveries, because it's 32 minutes in total of running today. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Good work. So as mentioned, 32 minutes of running, that is our highest amount that we have done up to this point. So that's really good progression on from the previous weeks. Last week we did 30 minutes in total with 4.5 minutes recovery. So this week it's longer and just slightly less recovery because we're not doing those 2-minute reps. So we've got less reps than last week, that's why. So that's it, just keep it nice and steady. Now we've got those shorter repetitions out the way, we can really focus on these longer ones. So let's really focus on this 4-minute, 5-minute, 6-minute, 5-minute, 4-minute, and then the 3 and the 1 are very short. We can worry about those towards the end. So we're over a minute through this 4 minutes. Good work, come on. Keep it going now. Just keep as relaxed as you can and keep going. For me personally, I really like these pyramid sessions because even though we've got quite a lot of repetitions and not much recovery in between, I find that psychologically it breaks it down a little bit more, but you're focusing on these smaller individual reps and you're not thinking of the volume of total time as a whole. You're just looking at each section one by one as they come. So really good way to do this if you want to get a good amount of time down. Just break it down to smaller sections like this with small recoveries. So that's over 2 minutes down, so we're halfway through this repetition. Really good work. You're doing so well. We're progressing so nicely through these weeks. Looking back to that week 1 with our first pyramid, we did 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, and then back down 2 and 1. Which was a total of just 9 minutes of running. So that just goes to show how well you've done and how you've progressed. You've really done well. Just gradually each week, just pushing it a little bit further. That's how we improve. Just getting ourselves out of our comfort zone each time as we get fitter. So 1 minute to go. Final bit of effort, and then we'll look at our next rep. And it's just an extra minute, not long. Good work. Come on, let's keep it going. Keep strong. Keep your form. Keep focused right to the end. You don't need to look at your watch, I'll tell you when to stop, so you just keep going. Final push now. And this 4 minutes is done. 20 seconds away. Really good work now. Come on. Last 10 seconds. Hold on to the very end. 5, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Walk it out for 30 seconds. And then we're going to start our 5-minute repetition. Deep breaths. Use this 30 seconds as much as you can. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So here we go. This is our 5-minute rep. Just keep that steady pace going again. So remember all the points that I've mentioned on the previous sessions about your form and your technique. If you're a more efficient runner, you're going to not waste as much energy, making you a lot more efficient and going faster without even knowing, without putting that extra effort in. You'll just naturally will speed up by just working on those small minor points. So remember those arms driving forwards and backwards. Your arms really make a lot of difference. If you're ever on a training run or a warm-up, cool down, just drop your arms, just see how it feels not using your arms, and you can see the difference. So really focus on pulling and pushing with those arms back and forth, and try to avoid rotating across the body. Give that one a go as well. Just try rotating it across the body when you're doing an easy jog, and you can see how you start to rotate from side to side, which is not what we want to be doing. Engage the core muscles. So we're coming up to 2 minutes soon. That's 2 minutes down now. 3 minutes to go. So yeah, keep nice and upright, keep tall, engage the core muscles, keep the shoulders facing forwards, try not to get them rocking around or up and down. Drop the shoulders as well, try not to tense up by raising the shoulders. Focus on those knees nice and high. Try not to sink at the hips. Get a good stride, try to avoid overstriding, but try to avoid doing those small little steps as well. Go what comes naturally to you, okay? So don't stretch out too much if it doesn't feel natural, but just try not to do smaller steps at the same time. So we're coming up to 3 minutes. Now, 2 minutes to go. This 5-minute repetition is nearly done. We got our longest rep to follow next with the 6 minutes, and then we make our way back down that pyramid again. Great work. It's a long session, this one. Just keep it nice and steady. If you're feeling good and you're feeling strong towards the end, we can put a little bit more effort in for that 3 minute and 1 minute to finish on, okay? Just keep going. Just over a minute to go now. Minute and 15 seconds left. Deep breaths. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Minute to go. Last little bit of effort now, come on. Try and hold this pace. Last little bit left now. We have 30 seconds to go. Then we just walk it out for that 30 seconds. Then we'll stop the longest rep, which is already the top of the pyramid. So psychologically, that's really good to know that we're nearly at the hardest point, the longest point of this session, and then each time it will get shorter and shorter. That's why I like this session, because smaller sections, even though it's a long workout, it does go a little bit quicker because you're focusing on each individual part rather than the whole lot. Okay, off we go, stop, into the walk. Well done, 30 seconds. Okay, so get ready then for this longer repetition. Keep it steady. Just 10 seconds. Get ready, here we go in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Right, so this is our longest rep now, 6 minutes, just an extra minute on from where we were in that last rep. Get this one done, and then it's down all the way, dropping each time. So this is week 7, so we're nearly completed the program. We've just got one more week to go. So looking at the progression from this session, it's not too much. What we're going to do is we're just going to switch the 1 minute reps for 2 minutes. So instead of doing 2 and then shut to 3, we're going to forget about 1 minute. We'll do 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute, 6 minute, and then back down 5, 4, 3, 2. Still with that 30-second recovery in between, which gives us 34 minutes of running and 4 minutes of walking. So just an extra 2 minutes on in total with the same amount of recovery. So it's not too much of a progression. So how are we doing? That's 1 minute down already, so 5 minutes to go. Really good work. Keep it going. Just keep it going, keep relaxed. Try to avoid tensing up. Not far away now to our next minute mark. If you want to break it down into sections like that, do so. Focus on maybe getting to 3 minutes, so we're halfway through the session. So that's 2 minutes down, so another minute to go, then we're at that halfway stage. So let's get there. Come on, you can do this. So if you're doing an out and the back session, it's nearly time for you to turn around. And if you're not, psychologically it's quite nice to think of it like that you're coming back now. Come on, 30 seconds, and then we're at that halfway stage. Really good. Nearly there, come on. Keep going. So we are halfway now, okay? So just 3 minutes left. That's it, keep it going. Come on, just 3 more minutes. And then the longest repetition is done. Great work. Hold your pace. Fantastic work so far. Come on, let's bring this effort into the second half and match what we've done. If you're tracking the distance that you've gone, that gives you something to try and beat now, as we're making our way back down in the second half now. That's it. So these sessions are always really good to repeat as well. So if you're able to make a note of how far you've gone distance wise in this session or any other session that you particularly enjoyed, there's no reason why you can't revisit them and do them again. It's always good to do things like that just to progress and track how you're getting on. See if you can go further each time. So we've got 2 minutes to go now, and then we can drop down a minute to 5 minutes in the next repetition. Come on, you're not alone, I'm with you as well. I'm doing this session with you like I do every other session. So let's work together and get through this. And there's other people similar to yourself with the same goal who are also doing this program, who are doing exactly what you're doing. So come on, let's all improve and get to where we want to get to. Just over a minute to go. This is where it gets a little bit harder, so we just got to keep focused, keep with the pace, and try and hold on. Last minute. Really good work now. And if you like this session and you'd like to do something very similar, I've got various other different pyramid type sessions and other interval based sessions on my other podcast. So just search for Simon Minting audio training and then you should be able to find my other podcast, which has got lots of other workouts to do. So please check that out as well. If this is what you like and it works for you, check that out. And if you know anyone else that you think would benefit from this, let them know as well. Come on, we're nearly there now. 10 seconds. Keep it going. Then the longest repetition is done. Come on, 3, 2, 1. Well done. So walk it out. 30-second break again like before. Drop in a minute. Each time it's going to get shorter. So if you're feeling good, you can now start to think about increasing the pace each time. If you're okay to do so, but please don't tire yourself out. You've still got a way to go. But if you're happy, hold the same pace, that's fine. Right, are we ready? In 3, 2, 1. Let's get back to that pace again. That's right for you. Just 5 minutes this time. Focus on the next 2 repetitions. The 5 minute, what we're doing now, and the 4 minute. And then it's just 2 more reps to go, which is just 4 minutes in total with both of them added up. So you'll be nearly there, okay? And you'll have a rest in between. So that's it, keep going. So please let anyone else know if you know anyone else that you think that this program would be good for. Have the same sort of goal as what you had when you first started off back in week 1. Please let them know how you've got on, how you found it, so they can start doing it as well. Lots of beginners feel that they'd never be able to get to where you've got to, but that's why doing a program like this, where it progresses each week, before you know it, you're doing what you're currently doing. Just got to do it very gradually, that's all. So we're over 1 minute, come on. 1 minute and 20 seconds gone already. Keep it going. So if it helps now, just use a bit of visualization. It's a good time to start to use it when you're getting a little bit more tired and you need that extra little push. So keep going and imagine you're in that race, pulling away, you're getting stronger, come on. You've done all this good work, all this hard training, now you're putting it into practice. 2 minutes down. Under 3 minutes to go now. Imagine that people around you are slowly falling behind you as you're pulling away, catching people in front of you. Each minute you're getting stronger and stronger as you're coming towards the end. If you are planning on doing, at the end of this program, something like a 5k race, if that's what your goal is, this is a really good tool to sort of visualize in your training. So it gets you in the mental mindset as well. So you're prepared mentally as well as physically to do your 5k race. So that's another minute down. So we've got 2 minutes to go. Come on, you know how quickly those 2 minute repetitions go when we've done them in the past. It's not long. Let's get to the end of this. Focus on each rep as it comes. This This is a big repetition to complete, so let's get this one down. And then it will get shorter. You've done the hard work now. It's got the shorter reps to follow. So coming into our last minute soon. Got a minute to go. Now, last minute. Just keep going at the pace that's right for you. If you're tired, just try and hold on as much as you possibly can. If you need to slow down, that's okay. But just try and hold the pace that you can for what is right for you and your ability. But if you're feeling good and you're feeling strong and you want to give this a little bit more towards the end of the session now, you've got time, you can do that. Just got 15 seconds left now. Last 10. Come on, right to the end. Don't stop until I say 3, 2, 1. Well done. Slow it down. Just a very quick break again, just to recover as much as we possibly can in a short amount of time. Just a little breather. And then we could get back to that same pace again for 4 minutes in our next repetition. So dropping another minute. So this is the longest of what I would say is the longer repetitions. So come on, let's get this one done. 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, 4 minutes. Another minute to drop. So big effort on this one. This is probably the hardest, one of the hardest points now of the session, because we're tired from all that hard work that you've done. We've been going for over 27 minutes in this session so far. But get this rep done, and then we've just got that 3 minute, then a break, then a 1 minute to follow. So it's nearly done. So just think those last 2 repetitions added up together is exactly the same as what we are doing at this time. And we're going to have a little break thrown in the middle just to help us out. So this is the one to really focus on. So come on, let's get it done together. It's a great start. That's a minute down now. So 3 minutes to go. Good work. Half of the longest rep that we've done. Come on, just 3 minutes. Keep pushing right to the end now. Think of all the benefits that you're going to get by keeping going. Think of how great you're going to feel when you've got this session done and dusted and you've completed it. It's always a great feeling when you've done a session and you've worked really hard and you feel really good with yourself. You will be there soon if you just keep it going. Don't give up. I know it's getting harder, but that's the idea. We're working through, pushing our bodies a little bit further each time. That's how we are going to improve and progress. Getting out of our comfort zone. So we've got 2 minutes to go. Not long left. So nearly there now. Really good work. Keeping a nice steady pace going. Come on. We can do this. These next 2 reps are going to feel so much easier than what we've just done. Just over a minute left now. That's it, keep it going. Try and hold the pace if you're getting tired. Try not to fight it though. Don't tense up. Keep loose, keep relaxed. Sometimes when we work hard and we tense up, we think we're pushing further, but actually it's going to have more of a negative effect because we're not going to be as mobile. We're going to be straining, which is not what we want to be doing. So let's just keep as relaxed as you can, even though it's getting harder. We've got 30 seconds left now. Nearly there. You know how quickly those 30-second recoveries go? 20 seconds. 15. Last 10. Come on, right to the end. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Right. Great work. So that's the longest repetitions done. Just 2 more to go. A 3-minute, then a very short break, then a 1-minute blast to the end. 1 minute is nothing, okay? That last rep is nothing. So let's really put lots of good effort into this one. 10 seconds. Oh, it's going quick. 5 seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So 3 minutes. So if you're feeling good, let's see if we can go a little bit faster. Let's push it a bit more. Let's get a faster second half than we did in the first half, if you can. But if you're happy of holding the same steady pace, well done. That's fantastic pace judgment by you. Really good work. You've got it spot on. That's the ideal scenario, that you've got it spot on from the beginning. But if you have felt that you went off a bit hard and you're tiring a bit now, there's nothing wrong with that as well. Just think of it as you've got that faster work done in the first half, so you can afford to go a bit slower if required in the second half. So just try and keep a nice running pace going. Just try and hold that speed. This is going to go fast. Come on, we can do this. It's 1 minute down already. 2 minutes to go. The last repetition is so short. It doesn't matter how you're feeling. You'll be easily be able to get that done. It's only a minute. So let's really get these last 2 minutes done at this good pace that you're doing at the moment and bring it home. Minute and a half. Halfway through this penultimate rep. It's always a nice feeling when you're halfway through a rep, knowing that it's gonna get shorter and shorter every step. You're over the hard bit. So we've got a minute left. This is it, last minute, and then we'll have our final recovery. Let's try and keep this pace going, come on. Or if you can you give the last minute a bit more effort? Fantastic work. We have got 30 seconds to go. Last bit to go now, 20 seconds left. Come on, nearly there, 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Right, walk for 30 seconds, then we have our 5-minute blast to the end. So we've gone past the longest that we've been going continuously now for our session. This is a little bit of extra now. Right to the end, come on. All right, ready? 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Here we go, minute to go. And the session is complete. And then we've done 36 minutes of running with just a few small walking recoveries, just 4 minutes in total of that. Really good. Great progression, really good amount of time that we've been going for. Just with having those short recoveries, which is nothing in between, you have kept going, you've kept a good pace there. 30 seconds, we're halfway, right to the end now. Let's see that point in front of you. Can you see that finish line? 20 seconds away. Come on, let's get there. This is your sprint finish to the finish line. Back to that visualization of your race. 10 seconds away. Come on, don't stop yet. You're nearly there. 5, 3, 2, 1. You've done it. Well done. So well done. Another great session done. You have now completed the second session of week 7. So if you haven't already, let's get cooling down. A nice easy walk, and every minute just think about just dropping the pace until it ends up as a very slow walk at the end. So fantastic work. That is the pyramid session complete. So really good work. Just to recap, we did 1 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute, 6 minute, then back down, 5, 4, 3, 1, with just 30 seconds recovery in between. So fantastic achievement there. You've done really well. That was 32 minutes of running with just 4 minutes break in between. So really, really impressive. That's such a great progression on from the previous weeks. Just doing an extra 2 minutes of running today, and also less recovery than we did last week. So really good. So our last session that we have planned for week 7, so we have our continuous run. We're going to push you all the way up to 27 minutes now. So as we're coming towards the end of week 7, you can see that we are nearly there. So we're just a couple of minutes short of our end goal of our 30 minutes of continuous running, just 3 minutes to add on from that session, and then we're there. So you are nearly there, you're nearly ready to do that. So fantastic work. Make sure you have a good rest up now between this session and next as well, just so you're ready for that as well. So that's a minute and a half down in our cool down, so just keep going. Remember just to drop the pace down as you go. Hopefully you are feeling through this 5 minutes that your body is recovering nicely. The fitter you are, the quicker this will happen. So you've probably found already that even though the sessions are getting tougher each week, you are feeling that you are recovering a little bit quicker as well. So that's an additional benefit from doing all this interval training, is that you are recovering a lot quicker by your fitness improving. So last session I spoke to you about some tips about form. So I mentioned about keeping nice and upright and tall, just to help without the hips sinking. So just keeping upright as possible. So today I'm going to talk to you about the arms. So it's very important that we swing our arms forwards and backwards and try to avoid that rotation from going across the body. You will find by doing so that this will propel yourselves forward. So just try and have a go on a practice run, just really over exaggerate that arm swing, and you'll see that it will actually speed up your leg pace as well. So just give it a go, and by doing so that's going to also help prevent injury as well as helping stabilize your body. So as I mentioned, just give it a go. Just really think about driving the arms forwards and backwards and just seeing how much difference that makes. And then the other practice you can do is then just try running with your arms relaxed down by your side, and then you'll notice the difference of what happens when you don't use your arms. Also try and keep your arms as relaxed as you can. So what you'll find is if you tense up your fists, which is what we tend to do when we are straining and really trying to work hard, all that tension will go from your wrist all the way into your forearm, in towards your upper arm, your biceps, into your shoulders, into your top of your back, and into your chest, and then into your core. And then by straining like that, we're not going to be as relaxed and as loose and as fluid with our running as we could be. So just try and think about keeping as relaxed as possible. A training tip that I have been given in the past is imagine that you're holding a crisp with your thumb and your first finger, okay? So you're just keeping that arm nice and loose. You're not clenching your fists. So give that a go and see if that makes a difference for you as well. So we're coming into our final minute now, so just one more minute of this cool down. So just try and gradually lower the pace down a little bit more, and just try to recover as much as possible. So well done, that's a really good session done today. Remember all the tips and advice that I've given you over the last few sessions about how to recover. So have a good recovery and get yourselves ready for that final session of week 7. Looking into week 8 for next week, so the progression from this session for our pyramid, we're going to do 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, then back down, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then that would be the end of our pyramid session. So we've nearly completed that one, and then that will give us a total of 34 minutes of running with just 4 minutes of recovery. So that's the progression on from this session for next week. So I'm going to sign off now. So we've done our 5-minute cool down. So fantastic work once again. Great work. I look forward to training with you very soon for that 3rd session of week 7. Goodbye.